My dear listener, if you've ever thought about angels, this video is a must-watch for you. You might be feeling a bit down because someone important hasn't been in touch lately. Guess what? They've written a special letter just for you. Make sure you watch the video all the way to the end to hear all about it. Life is like a big picture made up of many connections, like the threads in a blanket. Sometimes, though, it gets really quiet, and we start to wonder why we haven't heard from someone we miss. This quiet time might make us worried or confused. But hold on, because something special is happening during this silencia letter that might change everything. Angels tell us that sometimes the universe takes its time to answer us. Have you ever felt like you weren't getting the answers you wanted, even when you really hoped for them? But if you look back, you'll see things usually work out eventually. The universe follows its own pace, and soon you might see the changes you've been hoping for. This all begins with a letter from someone who's been quiet for a bit. This letter will share their true feelings and start a new chapter for you. Ever wonder why things don't always go your way, even when you try your hardest? It's not always the universe being tricky. Everything happens at the right time and place. Just stay patient, and let's see what this letter reveals. Your guardian angels have been closely observing you, and they're truly impressed by how bravely you've faced the challenges thrown your way. Sometimes, even the most cheerful people can feel like they deserve a bit more from life, don't they? Perhaps you felt the same, just waiting for that moment when things start to look up. Well, hold on to your hat, because there's some fantastic news headed your way. It all begins with a special letter from someone incredibly important to you. This person not only gets you, but also shares a deep connection with you, despite facing their own battles. When someone we care about suddenly goes quiet, it's natural for our minds to start racing. We wonder if they've lost interest, if they're going through tough times, or if they're burdened by something they feel they can't talk about. This can make us feel more isolated and increase our anxieties. But what if this period of silence isn't about growing apart? What if it's actually a time of preparation for a significant, heartfelt conversation? This letter, crafted during moments of solitude and deep reflection, is much more than a simple note. It serves as a bridge from the quiet of today to a tomorrow rich with mutual understanding and renewed connections. It contains profound emotions and significant thoughts that have been gradually taking shape. This isn't just a collection of words. It's a potent symbol of the strength of your relationship and heralds the start of an exhilarating new chapter together. Dealing with silence is tough, particularly when we are accustomed to constant communication. However, sometimes it's these very periods of quiet that prepare us for the most vital developments in our lives. The silence gives both the sender and receiver time to reflect, making the ensuing conversation all the more meaningful. The letter acknowledges this break in communication and explains it not as a sign of fading affection, but as a necessary pause for personal growth and clarity. This letter is an invitation to understand and journey through the emotional landscape that your special person has been navigating. As you read their words, you are invited to see the world through their eyes, to feel their highs and their lows, and to understand their innermost thoughts. It's an opportunity to strengthen your bond, to face challenges together, and to build a future that is not just resilient, but vibrant and filled with mutual understanding and support. Embrace this moment of quiet as a prelude to deeper intimacy and connection. Remember, true communication isn't just about talking all the time. It's also about being there, ready and willing to listen when the words start flowing again. As you prepare to receive this letter, think of it as more than just a message. It's a gateway to a richer, more profound relationship. In today's fast-paced world, where we're constantly connected through texts, calls, and social media, not hearing from someone important can suddenly make it feel like a big gap has appeared in our lives. But these quiet moments can actually be golden opportunities for deeper understanding. For the person who has become silent, this could be a crucial time filled with deep thought. They might be grappling with difficult decisions, trying to sort out their thoughts, or dealing with emotions that are tough to express. Silence allows them the space they need to confront these issues head-on and think everything through thoroughly. Writing a life-changing letter is not an easy task. It demands bravery, honesty, and a willingness to expose one's vulnerabilities. The process of writing helps the person to structure their thoughts, articulate their feelings, and communicate with a clear purpose. This letter isn't something that's dashed off in a hurry. It is crafted with deliberate care and significant effort. The letter often begins by addressing the period of silence, explaining how it has affected them, which sets the tone for everything that follows. It then moves into the reasons behind this quiet phase, exploring the inner conflicts or revelations that have prompted the silence. Finally, it concludes by sharing important truths or decisions that have emerged from this period of reflection. Each section is carefully composed to ensure the message is conveyed with both clarity and empathy. The initial acknowledgement of the silence is crucial as it validates the feelings of the recipient, showing that the writer is aware of the impact their quietness has had. This recognition is a key step in mending any feelings of disconnect and builds a foundation for open and honest dialogue. By taking the time to write such a letter, the person is not only organizing their own thoughts, but also inviting the recipient into their inner world. This act of sharing is a powerful gesture of trust and respect, and it can significantly strengthen the bond between the two parties. The letter becomes a bridge that reconnects the silent gaps, offering insights into personal struggles and emotional growth. The letter starts by addressing the silence that's been worrying you. It's an honest admission from the writer, saying they know they've been distant and recognizing how this has affected your relationship. This part is important because it shows they understand your feelings, setting the stage for a genuine, open conversation. I know it's been hard on you, and I want to start by acknowledging the worry and confusion it's caused. Please know that my silence wasn't because I don't care. Actually, it's because I care so much that I needed this time to think about my own feelings and thoughts. Receiving this kind of letter can be a profound experience. It's an opportunity to see things from the other person's perspective, to understand their challenges and the journey they've been on during the silence. It opens up a pathway to forgiveness, compassion, and, ultimately, a deeper connection. So, while silence can initially seem daunting or unsettling, it can often precede the most meaningful exchanges in a relationship. These quiet periods can serve as a prelude to greater openness and understanding, helping both the sender and the receiver to appreciate the depth and resilience of their relationship. The key is to approach such times with patience and an open heart, ready to listen and understand when the words finally come. This letter is not just a set of written words. It is a heartfelt message, laden with personal truths and a sincere desire to connect more deeply than ever before. Next, the letter goes into the reasons behind the silence. This section is usually the most revealing, as it uncovers the personal struggles or new insights that have been quietly developing. The writer might share thoughts about their emotional state, personal challenges, or changes in their perspective. This honesty not only helps the writer process their feelings, but also enlightens you, the reader. Receiving such a letter is like an invitation to understand their journey, to listen openly, and to embrace the new insights and changes that come with it. It's a reminder that even in the quietest moments, love and connection find a way to express themselves. As you read their words, you get a glimpse into their world, understanding their struggles and triumphs, and together you can build a future that is stronger and more connected than ever. My dear viewers, show your support by giving a super thanks up to $20.